Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie if you're new here. Today I'm going to talk about how I got COVID-19, my symptoms, and yeah, basically my experience. So I got COVID-19 about a month ago, a month and a half, and I honestly thought it was the flu, just because I didn't have shortness of breath. I didn't. What are the other like common symptoms? Oh, I didn't have fever. I didn't have any problems with like breathing, so I didn't think it was COVID-19. And I basically, it's interesting, the first like symptoms that I got was nausea, and I thought it was like a stomach thing that I got from the little boy that I teach, because he was not feeling well either, like stomach wise. And then I got better, and then a couple days later I got aches and chills, so I thought it was the flu. Yeah, so I thought it was the flu, and I was like looking at YouTube videos of other people who had COVID-19 and their experience, and I just, because I teach a little boy, I wanted to rule it out. So I told them I was going to get it tested, but I was like, I probably just have the flu. It was really hard to find a place to get a rapid test. So initially I had one scheduled in a couple days, but the family was like, was asking if I could find one sooner, like find a rapid test. So we found one like an hour away from where I live, and yeah, so I went to go get the rapid test there, and it came back positive, and I was like really shocked. I was not expecting it to be positive, but I wasn't like scared or anything, because I was already like in the midst of being sick, and my symptoms were mild compared to people who are like have to go to the hospital and have pneumonia and have to be on ventilators. And also the way that the nurse told me, she was like, you know, she was just acting pretty chill about it. She was saying that a lot of women get over it more easily, but she was just saying, you know, go home, take Tylenol, take vitamins and stuff like that, and quarantine, of course, for like 10 days. So I was so surprised that I had it. It's just very interesting how it affects people different ways. So I basically had to quarantine for 10 days, and it's so like funny but not funny. My husband, he scheduled a test, but it was for like 2 or 3 days before he could go in and take the test, because he wasn't gonna he was gonna take that hour trip again to get a rapid test. So during that 2 to 3 day period, he did not like come near me, and I was like, Beanie, it's impossible for you to not have it, like impossible. So there's no reason for you to try to socially distance. But for those days, like, he did not come near me. But when he finally got his test results back, it did show he was positive. And it's interesting because he didn't have that many symptoms at all. Like, he was pretty normal. And yeah, my symptoms were, like I said, I had like nausea. I don't know if that was related, like the initial nausea. But later on I got aches and chills. I had crazy nausea. So I guess like when I think about it, it probably was related, because it was like sickening and nothing would help except for my mother-in-law suggested lemon juice. So I had some lemon juice. It did help, but it was the worst nausea. And what else? I lost my sense of smell for like a week. It was so scary, and I was looking at a video on YouTube, and like looking at the comments, and people were saying, because it was a video about like why you lose your sense of smell. And I saw in the comments like people were saying like it's been months and they haven't had it back. So it really scared me that I wasn't gonna have that sense of my sense of smell back. But it was only a week for me, and it was just crazy. It makes you feel a little depressed because it's like you can't experience the world as you knew it. But it also is kind of nice because my husband smokes sometimes, and I did not smell that or his feet or anything. So as far as like bad smells, it was nice. But I couldn't like smell my shower gel. I couldn't smell hand soap. I couldn't smell food. It affected the way I could taste my food. The flavor was off. Yeah, so I lost my sense of smell for like a week. I had like a couple really bad headaches. I don't think I ever got a fever. Let me see. And I was just incredibly tired, like weak, like super weak. So yeah, to me it just like initially, like most of my symptoms seemed like the flu. The only things that were really different was, I guess, the nausea and the losing my sense of smell. Yeah, so by the time quarantine ended, I was pretty much feeling better. I was still a little bit weak, but like soon I was able to recover. I haven't had any lingering issues so far, and I'm hoping that there aren't any long-term effects. It's just crazy, but it's kind of inevitable with the amount of cases that are in our country. Like, it's inevitable for me to have gotten it, no matter how like safe I was being. And I'm not saying like don't wear a mask and don't take precautions. You need to do that so we can protect vulnerable Americans, vulnerable people around the world. But I'm saying that like I was being super safe, and my husband, I think he gave it to me. He was being safe. I just know, I don't know. I think if I got it and gave it to him, it had to be from a couple Uber rides that I had to take because I don't have a car. But other than that, like, we're super safe. So it was just like, and everyone around us tested negative, like everyone. So it was just crazy. If you had told me back in March that I was gonna get COVID-19, I would have like locked myself in a room, because the thought of like dying from this virus and the thought of all the people who lost their lives, it's a lot. And I'm so sorry to anyone who has lost someone, and it's just the saddest thing. And I'm not gonna like talk about that because I will cry, but yeah, that was my experience. I'm so grateful we had mild symptoms, and yeah, I just hope that there aren't any long-term effects on my body or the children that we plan to have. Yeah, so if you guys have any other questions, just leave it in the comments and I will answer them. Like I said, the things that did help me was the lemon juice for the nausea, and I also like took like did I take ibuprofen? My husband says you're not supposed to take ibuprofen because it makes you more susceptible. It makes you more okay, you know what I'm trying to say. So take Tylenol. It is a little bit it does feel a little bit freeing now that I have had it and I like survived it. Some people were like, oh, you should go on a vacation now, or you can join your gym again, which I really want to and probably will, but there is still a small chance I could get it again because it has happened to other people. It's very low chance, but I'm going to continue to be safe. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video.